Hi guys, J-Stevie-O coming back at you once again from the lowlands. Wishing you guys a happy Sunday. Hope you're all having a great weekend, relaxing, enjoying yourselves, resting out until tomorrow when the week begins once again, when we normal people have to start our toil back to the grindstone. Well guys, I just thought I'd update you guys with some information, with a few little grains that I picked up here and there. But just some music from some friends of mine from Donegal. This is Denny and Marini, and you can check out some of their music on Marini T100. Great music. But guys, I'm going to title this video 1600 Problems, and you guys will figure out why in a moment. But basically, I just wanted to briefly start off with the fact that the shock is still setting in about the children being returned to Helton and Andrea. And in Vaughn's most recent video, where he's going on about RFID chips, we can once again see things returning back again to normal in House Helton. The doors are closed, so we can't hear the children. Vaughn's in front of the computer screen as usual, blogging away or making videos. And Andrea is giving her undivided attention, unabated, not to the children, but of course to her Facebook games, as per usual. So I would go as far to say, guys, it's business as usual back in Trailer Helton. Vaughn's concern for these RFID chips, the ones, yes guys, that can get implanted here into your hand or into your forehead, where no man may buy or sell with the number of the beast. They are, apparently Vaughan doesn't seem to realise, they're in most modern passports, and they're in most modern GSM cellular phones, mobile phones with satellite navigation in them, because you can be pinged, you can be traced with them. And methinks that Vaughan is more concerned about them because he thinks he's going to be compelled to get one of these things to receive his welfare or his food stamps. Because of course, let's face facts folks, Vaughan nor Andrea are going to get off their gluteus maximus, their fat ass, and take the time to go into Manchester, Kentucky, 16.8 miles, whether by buggy or car or whatever, even walk there, to get a job to support those little kids. It ain't gonna happen, folks. And those little butterballs that he was so gloriously boasting about, I fear will turn into little skinny margarine marbles within the shortest of time. I really do. What is painfully obvious in his most recent blog was the momentary interaction that he did have to spend a brief span of attention to his child. And let's not forget, folks, his most favourite name for his children, It. It. What a disgusting man. What a horrible man, truly. And I don't hate, this is out of concern. But what I often forget to say in most of my videos, and I'm not going to forget in this one, what is also very painfully obvious is Helton nor Andrea have no conception of the word shame. They have no shame. But what I found was quite interesting was Vaughan was going on, taking his wallet out, not any cards out of it this time, thank goodness, but he was going on about a cashless society. And these days, folks, money is tight. Money is sometimes tight to mention. And not everyone is flush in the wallet. And with recession, a global recession, you gotta get up, you gotta do your thing to get some money. And Vaughan has been doing his thing to get some money, folks. Because let's not forget, he told us about his $1,600 computer build. Yeah, $1,600. That's a lot of money these days for a computer, eh? A lot of money. That would be one hell of a computer for $1,600, guys, I could imagine. But I think those $1,600 are turning into 1600 little problems, folks. Because a certain little birdie was singing a little song to me about someone who did genuinely try, believe it or not, to help this guy, to help Helton, and donated $1,600 for a computer that they didn't need, but more out of a charity generosity aspect to help him and his wife perhaps fund their children, fund their lifestyle in some aspect, which I find is a very unwise decision. But anyway, what the reasons were that the person did, that's for them to decide. And what they did was they provided this man with $1,600. Apparently this much is true. But I asked Vaughn a few weeks ago, and you know, typically when you ask Vaughn something and you get ignored, well, that's the answer already to you guys. But I asked him 3-4 times, how was the computer bill going, huh? No answer. Well, that is the answer in itself. Normally when you have to ask Vaughn something, it's the narcissist you have to feed, like, hey Vaughn, you wonderful computer genius builder expert, I guess things are going wonderfully with the computer build, eh? And then Vaughn normally would answer you. But I didn't ask him that way. But he did actually tell me, indeed, that he was having problems with the motherboard. But I have been led to believe that someone is waiting for their computer, and has been waiting for the computer. And you know what, guys? That computer isn't coming. Because it doesn't take a brain surgeon, or it isn't rocket science, to decipher what really has been happening. Vaughn has been buying, apparently, new hardware for this guy's motherboard, which he admitted to me he couldn't get working. Okay. But apparently Vaughn has been mysteriously upgrading his computer, and the components that he has been withdrawing from his computer, guess where they're going, guys? Have a guess. Well, anyway, apparently, I missed it myself, apparently there was a certain altercation where Vaughn couldn't use the force this week on Blog TV, also with a certain client. And I'm suspecting it's the client that had the generosity and perhaps, if I should go so far as to say, the gullibility to actually offer and donate $1,600 to this guy. Because something also quite intriguing, if you do go to his blog channel and you read the last message, someone has actually been quite astute and said, hey Helton, I've been looking for your business license in the grand state of Kentucky. And guess what, guys? Surprise, surprise. Vaughn doesn't have a business license, because otherwise any donations, any pecuniary transactions, any monetary bonds that Vaughn would be including himself in, he would have to submit them, I would take it, to the IRS, the tax man in the States, and any donations that he's also receiving, apart from gifts, methinks. I'm not quite sure on that. But my advice is to the client who's going to wait for quite a long time, probably till whenever, on that computer, involve the constabulary in Manchester, Kentucky. The chance you get your money back are very, very slim. The chance of you getting a really crappy computer are not so slim, if you do get a computer at all. But that's just a little bulletin I thought I should fill you guys in with. There was $1,600. There was. Apparently there was. But you know what, guys? There ain't no more. The money's gone. Reese's Cups, Mountain Dew, and who knows what else, guys. Who knows what else. And like I say always, it's not hate that propels me to make these videos. It's concern, like most of you guys I know who react and give me messages and comment on my videos. You guys try as hard as I do not to hate that man. And it's pretty hard sometimes, and especially when those children are involved, it's very hard. And it's concern that propels me and most of the protagonists on my side of the line, which Vaughn chooses to call haters. And by the way, Vaughn, this is my 10th video about you. So come and get me, big boy. Come and get me. And I would be really willing to help. I was willing to help. We wrote a very long letter to Andrea, hoping that we would get some form of reaction. Of course we didn't. But that's irrelevant now. But like I say, the only person that can be helped is the person who is man enough or woman enough to admit that there's a problem and they need to be helped. And that's not going to happen anytime soon in Trader Helton. And perhaps with the 1,600 little problems that are going to crop up very soon, he's going to need even more help than he can imagine. I only hope that the children get the care, the nourishment, the attention, the love that they so desperately need. But one can but hope. How anyone needs to work in a shift system and can't be like two normal parents, the way it was for me. You get up, you feed your kid, you go back to bed. You get up again, you feed your kid, you go back to bed. You don't have to work in shift systems. They worked in shift systems the last time when his children failed to thrive. So what's changed, folks, that's going to make this situation succeed? Methinks it won't. And hopefully, the only grain of satisfaction we can get out of the fact that the children have been returned this time, folks, is that when they're taken away this next time, it will be permanently. Because what damage is being done to these children? Is it not abuse to take them out of the environment that they've just recently been in? They've been cared for, they've been loved, they've been tended for 6-7 weeks, and then being put back into that shithole again, where there's two dipsticks doing nothing but computering all day? That's what I call abuse. That's what I call child abuse. And I'm sure the CPS hotline is going to be pretty busy in the next few weeks, folks. So, that's my rant for the day, guys. 1,600 problems coming your way, Vaughn. Anyway, guys, I wish you a goeie dag, guten dag, bonjour, auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci, adios. And as always, from the lowlands, I wish all you guys out there a high week. Have a great one, folks. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe if you haven't. I always like your comments, and I will, if I can always, react to your comments. It's very, very fine to have the communication and the interaction. That's what it's all about, guys. Hey, ciao, folks.